Usually during the holiday season, toward the end of the year, we have parties to go to. We want to go somewhere, or we have people coming to our house. We want something quick. We want something that's going to feed and impress, but we don't want to spend all of our time in the kitchen, right? We want to spend our time with our friends. Let me show you a really fun appetizer. It's passable. It's really fun if you really wanted to. It could be dinner, a light dinner. Let me show you how I like to do it. I want to start with my garlic because it is going to take the longest. It's actually, this will probably take longer than the entire cook. It's just a very simple stewed rosemary garlic, right? So it's garlic, oil, and rosemary in a little pot and bring it to a simmer. What we're looking for is the garlic to both penetrate the oil, but also the oil to penetrate the garlic so it gets really soft and creamy and spreadable, almost like butter. You'll notice the color start to change, probably 10 to 15 minutes or so. But once you get to that, like that caramelization point, the outside gets nice and brown. And it's like almost crispy, but the inside is creamy like butter. Now I've got some French bread. I'm gonna slice that in half and then in half again. You could honestly do much bigger pieces if you wanted to. But look what we just created. All of this rosemary garlic oil, you know I'm using that. Put that on your griddle, medium-high heat, and we're gonna toast the bread. Now this is gonna go in the pizza oven, but toasting it this way gives us an additional crunch, which I'm a fan of. While that's toasting, let's get to our garnish, our accoutrement. I got some little grape tomatoes. I bought the tricolor ones, but you can just use the standard red ones if you like. But I'm cutting them in half. I like the multicolors because I think it's gonna give us an interesting look at the end. Also, I've got some Brie. Brie is a wonderful, rich, and creamy cheese. Some would even call it slightly funky in a good way, like Col Medina, right, CJ?
Yeah.
Am I right?
Uh-huh.
Funky. Okay, slice that really thin is what I'm trying to say. We've also got some fresh basil. Let's go ahead and pull those basil leaves off. This is gonna give us color and flavor as well. Once the bread is nicely toasted, I would say lightly toasted, we're gonna go in with that garlic. So when you start adding the garlic cloves and you start like using your spoon to give it the schmear, give it the old schmear, dude, it's unbelievable. CJ, you know what I'm talking about.
I love it, dude.
It's rich, it's crazy. And I know this sounds like a lot of garlic, but that's kind of what this is, right? This is an appetizer, so people aren't gonna eat the entire thing. So that one little robust bite is gonna be magic. Then what I wanna do is start layering my cheese. Now add as much or as little as you like. Also, you could substitute the cheese here, but Brie for me is a home run. I like to do this little trick with prosciutto where I kind of pull the small pieces off and kind of give it a twist, like a bend and snap, right? See, dang it, wrong show. CJ, go watch his show for all that garbage.
Works every time.
What I'm talking about is a nice little twist of our sliced meat. I'm doing the same thing with a bit of copa. Again, you can change this out. Use whatever kind of meat that you like, but that little spin move is gonna give us a really, really elegant look. Now we're gonna go on with our sliced tomatoes. Now you can really see where the color comes into play. So having the different colors just is a much more elegant, elevated look. Hit that with a bit of salt and pepper, and we're done. Like, this is magic. I mean, you could eat this as it is, but we're going into the pizza oven. I have it on low heat because I just wanna melt the cheese, right? We already have that initial toast. We don't have to go super hard and heavy. If you want to, you could crank it up to high and get extra caramelization, but all you're looking for is for that cheese to get bubbly and gooey and wonderful. Like, this is almost better than eating it, just watching how gorgeous this comes together. Now, when we pull those beauties out, all we need is a bit of that fresh basil, and my friends, we've created magic. We've created something absolutely gorgeous. So if you're throwing a party, like, this is a great past appetizer. Now the question, to slice or not to slice. If we are doing appetizers, we're pretty sure we're gonna wanna slice here. Oh, my cheese is sticking a little bit. Oh, that's gorgeous. So I like to use a bread knife here, just so I don't lose all my goodies. I'm about to lose my basil. Fresh basil, I mean, you could have added the basil earlier in the cook, but I feel like keeping it fresh and bright gives us both the color and a different flavor. Cooked basil and fresh basil are different. Oh yeah. Also the double crisp, the double crunch, I think that's where it's at. I'm gonna go for this guy right here. Oh, Andy, can you see that, dude? That's money, it's gorgeous. Again, you could substitute the cheese for any cheese that you like. If it's too much garlic for you, go a little less. I go hard with it.
Oh, that crunch.
Mm-hmm.
Does it taste as good as it sounds?
It's all the yes. Use that much garlic. You need that much garlic. Wow. Whoa. That bright tomato flavor too is really, really wonderful. When you look at like all the different colors and textures and everything that we created, the backbone of this is that garlic. Oh, by the way, that extra garlic oil, you can keep that. Like bottle that up and use it when you're cooking steaks, or gonna go hard and heavy on some eggs. Do some, you know, rosemary, garlic oil. Would you do that, Andy?
Heck yeah.
I'd do it, totally do it. Well, thank you guys so much for hanging out. That was a fun one. If you are throwing some parties, you want something quick, something simple, but something elegant and elevated, give this one a try. I'm your host, Chef Nathan Lippy. This is Cook, Eat, Repeat. We'd like to help you become a better cook one recipe at a time. I'll see you in the next episode.